chapter we start with the first technique. It's a management technique. So the construction management aims to complete the prescribed work within a specified time limit and with a estimated cost. So in order to achieve this objective, the various method is used or various technique is used to complete the project uh, which can be divided into two types. So there are main two types of the groups in a management technique. So first one is a conventional method and the second one is a network diagram. So here conventional method is another divided into three part: Gantt chart or a bar chart, and second is a milestone chart, and third one is a line of balance technique, means LOB. And network techniques or network diagram is divided into two parts. First one is a CPM and second is a PERT, PERT. So CPM is a critical path method and PERT is a program evaluation and review technique. So one by one we discuss about it. So first we start with a conventional method, and in a conventional method, first method is a bar chart or Gantt chart. So here bar chart is introduced by the Henry Gantt in 1900 AD, and it is simplest method which can be displayed time schedule of a different activity of the project, as well as can make a comparison between the schedule and the actual performance. And the bar chart are a pictorial representation of the project in a two coordinate axis. So in this method the project is divided into number of the small unit or a project, and this small unit or a project like activities or a job which are shown on a one axis by means of the horizontal narrow strip are called bars. So in next slide one example is there and figure is there, so you uh, exactly know about the bar chart. And in another axis time is given, so time is in the form the day, weeks, month, year, etc. So the beginning and the end of the bar represent the time start and completion of the activities, and the length represent the total time required to complete the activity. So here one of the example is given. So here let the small project having the following details: draw the bar chart for the project and give comments and conclusion. So in a G2 examination, this type of the question asked in a G2 examination, like uh, what is Gantt chart or bar chart, and explain in detail with example, or write a short note on bar chart. So here different activity is given. So activity A, B, C, D, E, F, G is given, and duration means time is given in the form of the days. So activity A completion time is required 10 days. So within 10 days A activity is completed, and B activity is completed in 5 days, C activity 10 days, D activity 7 days, E activity 8 days, and F activity 10, and G 10 days. So here there are two axes is drawn, x and y axis. So on a x axis we draw the time or mark the time, and in a y axis activities are written. So we write A, B, C, D, E, F, G in the form of the sequence. So this one is a sequence, and from the table activity A is completed within 10 days. So here activity A start from the 0 and complete at a 10 days. So 10 days, here 10 is mark already, 10 days time is marked. So here draw the one one bar chart or a one bar for activity A. Similarly, activity B is for a 5 days is already given in an example. So here 5 days completed at here. So we write here, draw the bar chart as a B activity up to end is here. Similarly, C activity start after completion of the B activity. Here in a example, one thing is given, write a comments and a conclusion. So in a comment we easily write A activity and B activity are parallel with each other and not in dependent with each other. It's a totally independent activity. Now second we comment is given that activity C is start after completion of the activity B. Clear? And activity D, E, F is start after completion of the activity A, because A is finished at here, and activity D, E and F, three activities are start after completion of the activity A. And activity G start after completion of the activity C, because C is completed at here and activity G start from the here. Now one of the important thing is that, so all the bar length, this length, all the bars length is already given in a table, this value. So from this value we draw the length of the bar as per the time duration is given at a x-axis. And what we discuss, all these things are discussed written here in this slide. And conclusion is that the total time required to complete the project is a 25 days. Clear? So how to get the 25 days? So after completion of the activity G, here work is completed. Clear? So this G activity is at 25 days, work is completed. So total time duration for the completion of the project, all the activities completion of the all the activities is a 25 days, because it's end of the project work. Now second type of the chart, second type of the chart is a milestone chart. So milestone chart is a modification of the Gantt chart, and in a milestone chart, in a Gantt chart, a particular activity where big or a small project is shown by one bar without any detail or a sub activities connected it. And but in a milestone chart, these sub activities are shown in a stages called a milestone on a main activity bar, so that the effective control over the progress of the activity can be obtained, as well as relation between the sub activities or a event. And in a milestone chart, one of the important thing is that sub activities only write in the form of the number, like a 1 2 3 4 etc. in a main bar chart. Now next technique is a line of balance technique. So LOB is used to find the resources for each stage or operation. So LOB is a planning technique for a repetitive type of the construction work or a project, and the line of balance technique has applied in a construction work mainly in a housing building, high-rise building, jetty work, and a tunnel and in a construction with network or of a road network. So in this method all the work are repeatedly work like in a multi-story building. So we construct a first floor, then after same floor we construct as a second floor, third floor, then after fourth floor. So all the floor are the same design, so all the floor are constructed with the same design. So LOB technique is used, and when LOB is used, so following two things are likely to be achieved. So first, the work will be completed as per the commitment made, and the second one, at each important stage work will be completed only when needed. So these two things are compulsory achieved. And second point is scheduling with a LOB. So here step is given to complete the or scheduling with a LOB. So first is to prepare the logic diagram. Second is to estimate the man hours required to complete the each operation. Third one is select the buffer time, which will guard against the risk of interface between the operation. And fourth one is calculate the required output target in order to meet a given project completion date. And fifth one is complete the LOB schedule. And sixth one is examine the schedule and assess possible the alternatives to bring out the more balanced schedule. So here one of the example is given. So in this example, a logic diagram is drawn for a construction of a single building, showing the various activities after balancing gang in such a way that the community of a work is provided for all the gangs in a figure. So here logic diagram is drawn first. So earthwork 5 days, then after foundation structure 10 days, superstructure 15 days, and finishing work 20 days. So here the provided or for a margin of the error and time taken to complete the each activities, the buffer time placed between the two activities, like a buffer time is given 5 days, and we put here between the earthwork and foundation structure. So we put a buffer time as a 5 days, and another two activities we put a buffer time as a 5 days. So the construction plan show that the total time required is a summation of the all the days, like 5 days, 5 days, 10 days, 5 days, 15, 5 and 20 days. So total summation of the all the days, it's a total time of the construction of the project. So it's a logical diagram with a buffer time. So it's a line of balance technique. So now advantages of the LOB. So combining the logic of network analysis with a principle of a line of balance provided a very detailed picture of any project, and reduce the amount of network planning and scheduling, since only one network is used for the each type of the unit, and provide a simple and effective tool for the programming, the ordering and delivery of the material, and subsequently their incorporation into construction. And by monitoring the progress, individual jobs which are falling behind the schedule can be easily identified, and early corrective action is taken. Now in a next lecture we start with a network analysis or a network technique. Here we complete our topic. Thank you.